Hey guys, Ole Anderson from the Berkshire, Massachusetts Treasure Hunter coming at you. I got a little update today, not about this tank. The 40 gallon is doing fine. I was starting to get some cyano, is that what you call it? Cyano algae. But I think I got it to go away, so it's, what time is it? It's 10 in the morning, so the light just came on. But this is not what I wanted to update. This tank here, the 20 gallon guppy tank, is going bye-bye. I'm losing the battle with the snails. They ate all my plants. So I'm going to retire this tank for a while and set something else up. I'm going to go with a softy reef tank, low budget, hopefully low maintenance. I'll show you what I got. Excuse the mess. Messy but not dirty. So I got this tank here, Aqueon. Hold on, I'll put you down for a second so I can show you. So I got this Aqueon tank. Let's turn it so we can see. Just came out. Frameless glass aquarium. Simplicity meets elegance. So polished bevel edges, foam label matte. Doesn't come with a light. I don't need the light. So I'm going to start. This is a 14 gallon. 14 gallons. I'm going to start a softy tank, reef tank, and I have most of the equipment. I'll show you later when I set it up or start to set it up. I was going to use cinder blocks as a stand, but I was like, no, that looks way too cheap. I'm trying to use as much as my own stuff as I got. I got the light, I got a heater, I got the sand, I got the live rocks, I got leftover live rocks. So that's not a big deal. I got a filter. I'm going to use the C-Cam Tidal, the biggest one they got. That should be plenty for a softy tank. So let me put you on hold here just for a second. I'll show you what I else got. So like I said, I was going to use cinder blocks, but instead I was like, well, let's go to the local thrift store and see what they got. And they had this. It's a 80s stand for something. It should be able to hold the weight just fine. Sat on it earlier and I'm a big boy, so it should be just fine. And it will look a hell of a lot better than cinder blocks. And it's pretty much the right height. What I am going to do is I'm going to put a square piece of plywood, 1 inch or 3/4 inch plywood, because the corners do stick out just a little bit. But it should be just fine. So that's what I'm doing for now. I will get back to you when I'm starting to take the 20 gallon long down and setting this up. So until then, you all have a nice weekend. Hey guys, so as you can see, the 20 gallon is empty. Almost empty. A little bit of water, I gotta clean it, put it in my storage. Out on the porch, I got a bunch of fish tanks out there. I might actually sell this whole setup. But you don't get much for use fish tank and lights and that, so I'll probably keep it. I'm gonna get rid of these ugly cinder blocks. So when I took the decorations out, the wood, driftwood and all that, and the dragonstone, I actually found I think it's called a yo-yo loach. I hadn't seen in over a year probably. And he got big. He was like probably an inch when I got him, 1.5 inches, and he was at almost 3 inches, 4 inches. He must have been hiding under all the logs and dragonstone and come out of night. I was wondering why I was losing a few guppies here and there. I'm sure he had a snack. So I had to bring him to Petco. I couldn't put him in one of my other tanks. The tanks are too small. And I just didn't want to kill him. It was a beautiful fish. And I guess in the fish world, all life matters too. So I had to bring him to Petco. And they took him. So hopefully he'll find a happy family somewhere else. Yes, I'm almost done here. Get rid of the cinder block, clean this corner up. And then I'll set up the other tank. I'll get back to you later. By the way, this little 5 gallon is gonna run for a while longer. Just have a heater and some G8O algae and a simple inside filter. But inside that filter there's a huge population of parts. Every time I turn the light on, it goes crazy under the sponges, so I'm gonna have to catch most of them when the other tank is cycled. I set up, and I'll move that whole population over in that tank. But until then, I'm gonna keep this little tank. I don't really do any water changes. What I do, I take when I change 5 gallon and need my bigger tank in the 40 gallon. I take 1 of that gallon of water and change in this, so it's kind of used water, but that's okay. So the G8O algae has kept it fairly nice and clean, and the filter too. So yeah, that's going down too at some point, but not now. Okay, later. So the corner's empty and ready for the other tank. I still don't know if I should kitty corner it or put it over here by the wall. Guess I'll see. Maybe I'll kitty corner it. But I'll get back to you when I get it in place. I will do a little review of the tank too before we put it in here. So I'll be right back to you. So again, here we have the tank. It's an Aqueon frameless glass aquarium. Simplicity meets elegance. They like to throw big words around. I wasn't too impressed with the last tank. I was okay with the design, but I wasn't okay with the glue work, with the silicone. So yeah, they throw a lot of big words around. We'll see how it does. Got polished bevel edges, smooth clear silicone, and a foam lemming mat. I've seen some reviews online and they didn't get the mat or the mat for it, so it can use for fresh water and salt water. So yeah, see what we got. So, oh, sorry about my shoes over there and the kids' shoes. So you got the glue work. Well, see if I'll zoom in. Guess it's okay. So that could be better, but hey. So yeah, you got a cube. I think it's 15 by 15. Or 15 125, 15 125, and 15 125. So yeah, pretty much a cube. So yeah. See if we can get this sticker off. There's some information on the back too. Let's see. You got a limited 19 days warranty against leaks. So if you put anything in, you pretty much, the warranty will be broken. So you can't drill any hoses. You can't lift it with water in it or while wet. Says itself. So they will replace the aquarium. So I don't know if anybody has tried to get one back from them. So let's see what we got here. Just another safety information. You got the stand. Well, I didn't buy a stand. I got a cheap one from the thrift store. So just never set it on a shelving, bookcase, dressers, or anything else. So they will not support it. So yeah, that's the limited warranty. I'll get right back to you. I gotta get that box out of there. So I'll be right back. So it comes with the foam pad glued on. I mean, it's about as small as it could be, or thin as it can be, but I guess it's okay, as long as you have something. Comes with the usual small clips you put on the glass. I got 5. So, comes with a glass. Let's see if it fits. It doesn't fit. So, oh, I know why. So yeah, it comes with this glass. I might not use a glass on top of it anyway. It comes with this plastic thing that you put on. So, your usual, you can cut it out. I might use it for evaporation. I'm not sure yet, so. But I'll try and put it together and at least put the lid on. I'll be right back. So, I don't know if you can see. I guess the clips has to go on the other side, of course. But, well, it all depends how you have the tank. Very flimsy. I don't think I'll be using that. You still got a gap. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Already chipped it a little bit. I dropped it down the tank. Hope it's okay. I don't see anything in the tank itself, so. But yeah, it already chipped a little. So, okay, so I don't think I'll be using that, but I might. I'll get back to you later. So after reading the manual, like us guys normally don't do, you put the clips on the top glass instead, and it fits a lot better. Not as bumpy or wobbly, so and it can't fall in the tank. So there's still a little gap, but it would help a lot with evaporation. So maybe I'll use it. So we shall see. I'll leave it on for right now. I'll get back to you when I get the. I gotta see how I have a piece of wood. I gotta get that on so it fits the tank. So I'll get back to you later. Okay guys, so the tank is in place. I gotta cut the wedges off down there because it was a bit of a pain to get it level. I gotta go down tomorrow and get some Crylon paint. I think I'm gonna paint the back black, so I can't see the wires and that. I might paint the wood and that too. So I think that's it for today. I still am a little bit in doubt about this tank. This is the thickness of the glass. 14 gallons is a lot of water to get on the floor, especially when you live in an upstairs apartment. I don't know, what do you think? Leave a comment if you would actually use it. You would think they would have used a bit thicker glass, but it looks about the same thickness as the 5 gallon down here. But the 5 gallon has a frame, this don't. So what do you think? Use it? Would you use it or wouldn't you use it? So I guess it'll be okay. I guess they stand behind the product, I hope. So yeah, that will be it for today. Next time you see it, I will be aquascaping it with live rocks. I got some left. I'll show you what light I use and what filter I'm going to use. So until then, you all have a nice weekend and enjoy the rest of the weekend. If you like this kind of content, press like and subscribe. like I normally say, I can't hunt bottles yet, so it will all be about fish tanks. So until we can hunt bottles. As soon as it gets up in the 50s or so, I will go down to the river bank. There's one place I can hunt for bottles. Maybe I'll find some. So, but until then, you have a nice weekend. Bye.